That helps out the NTSB. I'm just friendly that way.
Bolton Tower, experimental 284 Delta Golf, ready for takeoff, runway 22, departing VFR southbound.
To look and see.
Experimental 284 Delta Golf, Bolton Tower, runway 22, clear for takeoff, proceed on course.
Clear for takeoff, cleared on course for Delta Golf.
I mowed yesterday, so I still have lungs full of whatever comes up out of the grass. Okay. So I got full tanks and a passenger. It's going to take more than 200 feet this time. I'll give you full power this time. Yeah, see, usually the nose is up if it's just me. This thing's very sensitive to the weight. Well, I guess I have airplanes. There we go. Very different when I'm carrying passenger. There we go. It'll fly, I'm sure of it. Oh, I forgot to have the phone ready to take a picture of the roundabout, which is a subject of interest for the entire neighborhood. You want to fly for a second?
Sure, I've got it.
Yeah. Just climb us straight out, because I'm going to want to be able to shoot across to the intersection.
You want me to go on your side?
No, let's stay on the runway. He doesn't know where he probably doesn't care, but I'll get what I can from here in case we can't get it later. I don't think it's changed all that much. They're still just moving dirt around. Building the mountain.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. There we go. She's sending them off to the county commissioner, who apparently they can't afford droids. Or drones, I mean. Or you think they'd have their own pictures. We can go on course now if you want. I think they'd have their own pictures of it, but guess not. You can fly it all the way if you want. I was just going to kick on the autopilot.
Sure, you can put on autopilot or whatever.
And nav, out, up, on, and let's go to about, 3,500. And we can redirect that. Direct, back, and that'll get us on course immediately. Look, no hands.
So it does pitch and roll.
Oh yeah, does altitude pre-select, vertical speed select, nav, track. Pretty much, it's set up right now to fly us kind of a fake ILS into runway 18. I have it configured we'll start at the outer marker. It'll just start descending on its own whenever
ILS or RNAV?
It's really neither. It's all just GPS. It's what it lets you do is say, I tell it I want a 3-degree glide slope, 2.8, 3.4, whatever I want. So I have it set to 3.0, because that's most ILSs. And then you have your 3,000 feet or whatever at the initial approach. I have it set up. I get to tell what I want it to do. So I told it I want to come down at 3 degrees. I want you to level out at 800 AGL, 2 miles short of the threshold. So not a true ILS, because it's not intended to be that. But what that lets me do is come down on a really hazy night into the sun where I can't see, it's VFR, but I can't see where the damn. It'll get me down right off the end of the runway where I can either do a straight in, or I'm still 800 feet, I can just break off to the side and do a downwind to go the other way.
So this doesn't have approaches loaded into it at all?
You got it. It doesn't have the approaches loaded in.
But you could program the profile?
I can add the waypoints.
Okay.
So I wanted the initial approach fix because at 3,000 feet and 3 degrees, that's going to be pretty much the same as an ILS. Not that it matters, but the ILS has guaranteed separation from terrain. This does not.
No, yeah.
Very much does not. So it's really a VFR tool. It has very limited usage, but it was traditionally pretty tricky to use. It was really hard to get it to pick the runway and all that. It's still a little bit tricky. I can't add it to a flight plan. I actually have to do a direct to the runway, then go to the flight plan and fill in behind it. And I don't know if that's something I'm doing wrong, or I don't really know. I don't really care. But I figure if it's in the system, it'd be nice to know how to use it. So that's what it's going to do, in theory. I always say in theory because I have to remember, the one thing I always seem to forget, I'm on altitude hold right now with the vertical speed to altitude hold to 3,500 feet. Once I get there, I have to remember to put it in VNAV, or it'll just keep on going. And that's what happened last time I tried. Had it all set up, hadn't put on VNAV, and that just totally screwed me.
This your heading bug?
Heading or track, yeah. So if I want track, I just hold it down. That's our current track, so there's some crosswind, as you can see. So I could just as easily fly with track. And sometimes I will. So if I have something obstructing me here, traffic or whatever, I'll go ahead and hit track and get off to the side a little bit. And I don't know how far off, I'm probably not that far off right now. There we go. So I'll just kind of get off of that because, you know, 3500 GPS, you're going to run into somebody.
That's Orient Prison?
Probably, yeah. We're far enough south for that. And that's 71 running along there, so, yeah. Now the neat thing about this, if I turn this track back right now, or if I go nav right now, I think we're close enough that it's going to yank us back over there. See? Now if I go back to track, and we get out a mile or two, and I go back to nav, it won't do anything. It'll say GPS pointing at track. And if I don't make the track intercept the GPS course, we'll just keep on going out to Los Angeles or wherever. So it's pretty clever stuff.
I like it.
Now, there, see, that's going to track us back. Now if I hit nav, now it's going to go straight back to nav. If it lets you use track, it lets you do, I mean, I don't need to do this, right? I only need to do this. I got to get back to it eventually, but not right away. But I think we're close enough, we're within a mile or so.
You're just gonna
it's just going to go all the way back, which is fine. I'm just trying to figure out the parameters on that. How far away you have to be. This is interesting stuff. I like fiddling with it. And it has a use. I mean, I divert all the time around weather or oncoming traffic, whatever. So it's nice to not have to just kill the nav, fly around, try to get back to it, do it all for me. Good stuff. The weather reporting was fantastic. I was coming back from Port Clinton yesterday or the day before, and you know, it was no rain in the forecast at all. I'm about halfway home, and all this stuff.
What day was this?
The day it pounded down rain in Bolton.
Thursday?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I got stuck in Dayton doing orientation rides.
Yeah, I parked in Delaware and waited it out. Delaware, it just kind of went around Delaware. It was in this little nook. It was like just going around it, like the clouds that go around the skyscrapers in Chicago, if you've ever flown up the lakeshore. It was doing that around Delaware. So I just sat down, they let me tie it down. I sat there for half an hour. It looked good on the radar because I could sit here and monitor it. Jumped up in the air.
In the airplane, you were monitoring that?
Yeah, I can just sit in the plane on the
ground. Do you have
ground.
ForeFlight or anything?
No, but I'm going to get it. I need to get an iPad first. But this does all that stuff. I mean, I can see that weather down there, right? So
where is that, by the way?
That's down by Portsmouth. It's probably not. It's a pop-up, so it's not moving real fast. That's what happened on Thursday. They were pop-ups.
I know.
They were dirt slow. They just sat there. But I lost track of what I was saying. But very useful. Oh, I know. I popped up out of Delaware, got up high enough to call Bolton Tower. Hey, am I going to be able to get in down there? And he went ahead and spouted off the whole weather. There was no rain in it mentioned. I got there. It was wet, and it was in you get the different colors. You got the green, yellow, orange, red, purple. Orange is where you see like drizzle. And that was kind of brown orange. The first time I saw any even drizzle was when I turned final for 2-2. This stuff is great. I mean,
oh no, it's great.
It's just wonderful.
Is this ADSB?
Yeah, it was ADSB in for a good long time. Now I have ADSB out. I just had to buy a new GPS.
Oh, so really?
That's where I'm getting the traffic information, sir. It's where I'm getting the weather. And a grand
you have
total.
a transponder in this, don't you?
Sure. Transponder is built into this.
Okay.
Hanging on a wall. Everything is built into this. EMS is in here. Everything is in here.
Okay.
Except that.
Right.
And you can get a comm. You can get a Dynon comm. That's a lot of apples in one basket, my view. But yeah,
and this is a good radio.
Oh yeah, it works okay. It's really an Apollo.
Right, a good old Apollo.
A Garmin would probably be a true Garmin would probably be cleaner. It would have the intercom built in and all that whack. But it's more than I used to say it's more than I need. Right now I'd say it's just what I need.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
It worked out really well for me on Thursday, and I mean the guy at the tower was very helpful. Gave me the weather. I think they're limited as to what they can really say, and not incur some liability. So he read the straight weather report, but I really just want to know, is it pouring down rain? I mean, it stayed green the whole time, but I could see the clouds coming at it. And I was monitoring Columbus Approach, and they were turning people away from Bolton because of extreme downpour and thunder.
I saw
it was still showing green on here.
I was at Greene County watching it.
There's a lag to these things, so you can't trust it implicitly, but it's good advice. But you have to double check, triple check.
So it was Jen's birthday. I'm stuck at Dayton, doing her rides for 3 days. They kicked us out of the. Well, I'll tell you what, Greene County's they have a 141 school. They took Wright Pat's Aero Club over and their aircraft, and they have a 141 school. They have a lot of students flying out of there. And since we've had such bad weather, they were really behind, and they were busy. And then they had an air camp for kids. Nice. Yeah, we got a tailwind, definitely.
Yeah, you're 182 to, yeah, but only 3 knots of it is behind us. I mean, we're truing out at 114.
14, yeah.
What's a 182 do? About 120, 125?
Our 182 does about 120, 125 because of the...
You got stuff hanging under
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I saw that. It gets a lot of exhaust on it, too.
Yeah.
Is that like a little camera or something? Or
it's a Becker. It's a...
is that the DF?
Yeah, DF's the ELTs.
Yeah, that makes sense. It would want to... Like an ADF, it would want a full scan.
And it's great because when you use the radios, you fly over, you won't hear it because the wings will shield the signal. But that on the bottom will pick it up.
That's that null zone.
Yeah.
There it is. Beep, beep, beep. Like the ADF needle swinging. Back in the day.
But it's 6 foot behind you. That can't. So it'll get people in trouble when they are taxiing around trying to DF it. They're like, oh, it's right there. When it's really another hanger away.
All right, let's see. Let's get the AWAS pushed in and verify it this time. My bad last time. I did this last time. You were with me. Don't know why it didn't take. Worked this time. But the biggest mistake I made was not just looking. KPMH, AWAS, KPMH, Unicom.
Identifies it?
When we got bumped down to 7 somehow, 0.7 somehow, I should have just looked at that. So that was me being arrogant and overconfident, complacent, and distracted by you, blah, blah, blah. No.
Well, all this eye candy.
Yeah, that's right. It's like, I can barely control the passion. Well, that's going to be
Are we
devastating.
a mile high yet?
What did I just do the other day that was, I was at 5,500 feet. Oh, I did a mile-high selfie. Which sounds kind of gross, but it really isn't, because you could get your pants off in here if you wanted to. That's why these little piddle packs are absolutely useless. I mean, if you want to travel this pack, the RV-12, the next model, I think they'll do this in the very next model, will have a colostomy bag, because it is absolutely impossible to do anything in this airplane. Although I can sit like this, I mean, I can cruise along quite comfortably. Not everybody has skinny little legs that can do this. So I can really chill out in this thing. The autopilot's great for that. You do want to kind of, when it's bumpy or you're, well, you really all want to have a hand near it. You don't want to be kicking back, reading the book.
So we did orientation rides for cadet encampment Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We were nice air conditioning in between flights, and they kicked us out for Thursday because they had air camp. They had 5 or 6 airplanes, the FBO there, taking kids up, doing a round robin. They went from Greene County, Caesars Creek, Springfield Lake, and in.
Well, I'll get to where I can help you out with that, but I think I got to write you a check first. I'll bring that tomorrow. We got a meeting tomorrow, right? I forgot to bring a check last time. I'll bring that because I'm still not in the system and can't even get started on anything, or I haven't heard anything anyway. Anxious to get going.
Good. And then August, I'm trying to get more information. We're supposed to participate. They're asking for volunteers for Northern Strike. It's way up in Michigan. Air Force A-10s will chase us as targets, and Navy helicopters.
They won't be able to catch you. It's an A-10.
And Navy helicopters.
They might be able to get you.
Yeah, so...
the A-10s loved us in Korea. In the flight school, we were the only thing there that wasn't faster than them. Even the helicopters, the Cobras would come up and fly by us. The A-10s would buzz on us. This is all in good fun, I'm sure. That sounds interesting.
So we got some more operations going on.
Well, I got to get my money in, get my paperwork and stuff all done, and start flying.
Yeah, we'll get you going. This is just, June's always a horrible month for me, personally and professionally, and Civil Air Patrol.
Yep, everything happens in June.
Yeah. So it's now that encampment's behind me.
Still a lot of standing water in the fields. I've got a great egret living in my backyard now, because there's tadpoles and crickets and frogs. Yeah.
Oh,
usually, I don't think in August, usually evenings in August, we hear the frogs. You can hear them from miles away. I don't think that's going to happen this year. I think the egret's eating them all.
Huh.
He just stands there. I mean, they're skittish as herons. Well, they kind of are herons. They're very closely related. He just stands there, just bump, 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 munching, munching, munching. We got a bumper crop of chipmunks and squirrels this year, too. Everybody's eating well this year. Everybody that's a veggie.
Right. It's definitely green down there, isn't it?
Lucky they got the crops in at all.
Yeah, right. Well, I heard not everything has been planted yet.
Not everything can be. A lot of it's still sitting underwater. I don't know if my dad got his in or not. I think he's soybeans this year. He doesn't do it himself, but he has a long-term contract with a guy that does all the equipment work, and he signed that contract years and years ago, back when these guys weren't smart enough to go for a fixed price. They were actually going 50-50, or some percentage, right? So this guy has skin in my dad's game. He does his stuff at the primary time because he knows he's getting 50% of it, not just some flat rate. The flat rate people are paying him no matter what. So I'm sure his crops got in. If any got in, his got in. A nice smooth day so far. You'll have the bumpy leg back.
Oh, I forgot I'm going to do that. July 13th, Port Columbus is going to have a 90th birthday celebration. The Columbus Historical Society is going to have a $80 ticket event for that evening to have hors d'oeuvres and 2 drink tickets. And you get a free copy of a book as someone wrote about Port Columbus and the TAT airline. They're going to have some speakers there. You get to tour the hangar. You get to tour the old terminal.
That's a neat building.
Yeah, it is. They're going to have the Ohio Space and Aviation Hall of Fame there. He's a nationally known aviation artist, and I think he's a historian. His name is Ron Kaplan.
Probably. See, I was one of these guys up at Oshkosh. It's all.
Probably. He's I think he lives. He's trying to get the Great Seal of Ohio with
Yes, we talked about that last time.
Yeah, so he'll probably give an update about that too. I'm going to send you an invite on Facebook.
Yeah, go ahead.
Have your wife come.
Not for $80, no.
Do what?
Not for another $80, no. She wouldn't enjoy $80 worth of that.
And
I mean, she may still have us out in the camper. I'll have to check the schedule.
There you go.
Now, I give her credit for this. She works around the CAP meetings. But she wanted to leave Monday. Oh, you got a CAP meeting. We'll go Tuesday.
Okay, good.
There you go, hon. There you go. I'm hoping to be there. Okay, here's what should happen then. It should take us to this Meggie.
Yeah.
And I put that in there. So, first of all, I want it pointed at the airport because I'm not convinced if I was coming direct from like 90 degrees off, it would still do that. Because you might want to descend to the top of the runway at 500 above pattern or something like that if you're doing like a crosswind. So I go to the initial approach fix. That gets me pointed at the runway. The Skyview looks ahead at the flight plan and says, well, the next thing is an airport or a runway, and we're in VNAV now. It'll say if I'm in VNAV and the next thing is an airport, I'm going down. I think it went VNAV. Let's see if it doesn't light anything up when I tell them that. I thought something would change up here. That's odd. What am I doing wrong? It doesn't like it.
Greater Portsmouth Regional Airport.
Autopilot, altitude, VNAV. That's not going to do it. That's interesting. Flight plan is to a runway. I thought something lit up that said, yes, I'm in VNAV, because it tries to tell you everything.
Yeah, right. It'll tell you what's armed.
VNAV, yes, but it's not doing the VNAV now.
Do you have to be closer?
I don't think so, but we'll find out.
Altitude 2,000.
I know you have to be an altitude hold of some type, and I've got that. All right, well, it's not far. Let's get the, we're getting some weather info now.
Greater Portsmouth Regional Airport. Automated weather observation. 1, 2, 4, 6, Zulu, weather, wind, 3, 0, 0, at 4, visibility, 1, 0, 6,500, scattered, 8,000, scattered, temperature, 2, 6 Celsius, dew point, 2, 2.
I suspect we're probably left downwind for 3-6. I mean, it's 4 knots, and that's not much, but other people may decide differently. But that doesn't mean we'll still be 12 miles away when we get to this Meggie, so that's no big deal. We can keep going at that. And just, I mean, like I said, it'll take me down right to where I can go into a downwind if I want to. What it also does is take you right into departing traffic, so, you know, it's a balancing act. I don't understand that.
Weather traffic. 3 Bravo final, runway 2. Regional Airport. Automated weather observation. 124 Niner. Zulu weather. Wind 30 at 4. Visibility 10.
It's not much. It should be enough to force people to pick the same runway. That's the problem with the calm days.
Correct.
I don't like the calm days.
Especially at Urbana, you'll have them guaranteed.
Absolutely.
Even at this wind, you'll have a guaranteed people going both runways. I've had departing traffic come right at me, and I'm in a headwind.
What could I have done wrong? Well, I guess I could see where no. I'm thinking maybe it needs to cycle to the next waypoint, but then it's too late.
Oh, you're in traffic style.
Did you try it again?
Yeah.
Area, right turn out from 27.
I don't know what's going on with that.
I'm sure it's something I did.
Yeah, we'll figure it
Or
out.
didn't do.
Neil on phone traffic, come off 65 Alpha, turning left downwind, 26. Neil on phone traffic.
It's not important, but there it goes.
Yeah, just you got to get close. That's what it is.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. So we're about 7 miles to the next waypoint. So perhaps I need to be within 7 miles,
Yeah.
or maybe it's in the wrist action. I kind of gave it a twist that time. I don't know. But should work, we'll see. Now you are still responsible for managing throttle.
Right.
Of course, here's, now the glide slope didn't show up. This did not used to be glide slope. They used to use two different colors, these little arrows here. This is what it wants to be, and blue was where it is. And people couldn't figure that out, and I'm thinking, you got something people are used to seeing, why aren't you using that? And this, on the latest update, they started using this instead. So,
This here.
Right.
Okay, gotcha.
they get customer feedback and they listen to it, which is one thing I like about Dyna in a great way. Their customer service is phenomenal. It's not this contentious relationship you get with these guys sometimes. These guys, I mean, they've been on the phone with a friend of mine, half an hour, 45 minutes, tracking down a problem that displayed on the Skyview, but not caused by it. I mean, I met the CEO when I was up at Oshkosh a couple years ago, and I pulled this out. I got to tell you how great your guys are. Absolutely love working with your company. That's that restricted area right there. You got to be 1,500 over that, which isn't much. I don't know what they do. I've never bothered to look into
that
it.
cloud building up.
Oh, the cloud.
That'll
Well,
be
yes.
yeah.
Yes, they're going to be all over the place later.
Yeah.
Where's that one we were looking at before? He disappeared. No, there he's still down there. So they're just not. They just don't move.
Yeah, I think that's him.
Could be. Looks the right direction. So now what I don't know, I should be heading down to 3,000. I'm way too high for this approach. So we want to go to 3,000.
So with Garmin.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't be messing with this after I did the VNAV. I don't know. Well, I want down to 3,000, so we pick up the. Well, actually, it'll pick it up anyway. We're under it.
Capture
We're under
it,
it, so it's going to pick it up.
I was going to say, yeah, it'll come. We'll come to it.
Yep. Oh yeah, by touching that, this is the VNAV target altitude. This is at 200 AGL. When I fiddle with this, I break this. It's also telling me it's going to be a 3-degree glide slope because I can change that.
Okay, I see that now.
So it's telling you everything you need to know. And we're only at 35 anyway. It's not like we're at 5,000 and not going to be able to get down. I mean, it's not that big of a difference anyway. All it means is it's likely to start the descent a little bit before we get to Meggie. Or, well, actually, Meggie's the initial approach. You have the final approach where you start that's where you actually start your descent on a non-precision, isn't it? It may even hold on a little
depending
longer.
how the approach profile is.
Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to do a flight plan turn in 27 seconds. That's getting us on course. It will decide when to come down. And it may be a little bit shy of, I didn't even put in the final approach fix. It may be a little bit shy of that, whatever it is. You know, 6 or 7 miles out, I suppose. Now, it can't be already 6 miles out. Well, it'll be soon. In theory. Haven't heard anybody else into or out of PMH, so we still have kind of open options here as far as which runway. It's a crosswind of 4 knots. I mean, it's nothing. But we'll decide when we get there. Yeah, you're going to get the hot bumpy leg. I suggest a chili burrito for breakfast. Extra beans.
There you go. Jalapenos.
Well, those are good.
Traffic. Skyhawk 4726 Golf, turning downwind 18 Portsmouth.
Oh, there's a 18 on Portsmouth.
756 miles.
We're building our mental picture of the traffic in Portsmouth now.
Traffic 36 Golf, turning left base 18.
Okay, 36 Golf is left base 18. That's the last I heard. That makes 18 active in my mind, plus the fact that it's convenient for me.
Right.
That would have been in and of itself enough, but...
There it goes. The profile's starting to capture.
Yep. And we will start, it'll just start us down, and then I'll have to throttle back a bit.
Yep.
There, VNAV is engaging, down to the selected altitude of 1,459 feet. I can only dial in by tens or hundreds. I can't even get that precise if I dialed in myself. It's not going down.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah. Look.
Oh, yeah, there it goes. It's doing it gently.
Yeah.
Well, the airspeed,
traffic, 26 Golf on the final 18.
airspeed increase is kind of a clue. There's the airport.
Oh, yeah. I see the runway in sight.
Wind is going to blow us over into it. I mean, you can see it's way off to the side. We got a crosswind. Isn't this easy? This is showing me where we will be over the ground when we reach 1,459 feet, and I suggest that that's about 2 miles from the end of the runway. Pretty cool. Works when going up too. I had to, heading up north, I didn't know if I was going to clear Don Scott or not, and because this purple thing was, you know, out over the Class B, so I just went around. Saves you from barreling into it and having to answer awkward questions. Portsmouth traffic, experimental 284 Delta Golf, 5 miles north, inbound runway 18, Portsmouth traffic. It's still kind of crabbing, see?
Oh, yeah.
To the runway. Does it all for you.
Aircraft inbound for Portsmouth, winds in favor of 36.
They don't call the winds, I'll crap that. We gotta go over here.
500, scattered, 10,000, scattered, temperature, 26 Celsius, dew point, 22, altimeter, 3006, remote,
Oh, hey.
density altitude,
That's news.
1,900.
There, we're leveling off. Nope, not quite. That was an updraft.
Greater Portsmouth Regional Airport.
2.9.
Automated weather observation. 1258 Zulu. Weather. Wind 310 at 4. Visibility 106,500.
crosswind to me.
Scattered.
Yeah.
It is a prettier approach from that side though, so we might as well. I'm going to let it do the breakout thing here. Once it levels off, we'll break into left downwind because that's good practice anyway. All right, leveled off. That should be around 2 miles. Yep, 1.7. Autopilot off.
Connect.
Is that the annunciator for the autopilot?
Yeah, she clips sometimes. Probably trying to break the squelch. All I ever hear is connect. Portsmouth traffic, 284 Delta Golf, entering left downwind runway 36, Portsmouth. That's a nice new road.
Yeah, it is. Brand new.
I tell you how many bridges they had to build?
Oh,
I think I did last time we were down here. It's 26.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. A lot of money.
Well, makes it easier to bypass Portsmouth, which isn't great for the Portsmouth folks, but, you know, businesses or whatever, but what you gonna do?
So I'm driving a dune buggy on the road.
Well, this is Jackson County. Oh, no, it's not.
Well, close.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Can you do that? I think you can do that, can't you? If it's got the turn signal.
Yeah, it's got, yeah, it's street legal.
I like those little three-wheeler jobbies, what do they call them, slingshots?
Yeah, right.
I drove one of those and liked
They're
it.
not cheap.
Well, and the thing is, they're built cheap. They're built by Polaris. It's got a Pontiac Sunfire engine in it. It's got a steering rod that feels like it's just dragging against plastic. It doesn't do any auto centering or return to center or anything. It was awkward to drive. It was fun, but I thought they could have done better with, you know, getting a little smoother steer. You know, a ball bearing or two would help. All right, where are we? That's about enough. Portsmouth traffic, Port Delta Golf, left base, 36, Portsmouth.
Leaving altitude.
Okay. that jerk in the experimental that wants to land on 1.8. No, they need to paint the numbers. Wow. The FAA would have standards on things like that. Well, you usually don't get the big sink over the pavement. You usually get that over the grass.
2, altimeter 3005, remark.
Oh, it did just change.
Density altitude
Just now.
2000.
3005. Oh, we were there.
That's it,
What a
the moment in history.
It doesn't make sense to say momentous moment.
Regional Airport.
Is that redundant? I don't
Automated
think so.
weather observation 142.
Language
3.
questions. I got a lot of
Zulu weather wind 3.
Okay,
1
see
0.
what else is going on around us for now. And then we could probably listen, well, we can listen to Columbus Approach on the way up. You learn things. That's how I learned about Bolton having a deluge.
Yeah.
Boy, everything is growing like gangbusters this year.
Well, it's getting this great sunshine.
And the water. I mean, everything's wet and warm. Those look like pineapples, I swear. The plants, they look like pineapples. They're all in a row like they were planted.
Yeah, it does look like it.
Boy, it's hot and humid this year. We're growing pineapples. That's Ohio's newest cash crop.
Right under the bananas.
You know, you can't talk to those guys. They're so prickly. Pineapple guys, all right. Get out. You had one job. Laugh at everything I say. I like it down here. I love the view down here.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Jackson County is great. I'd like to have some property in Jackson County. Someplace I just need about an acre that is out in the middle of nowhere, but has electric and sewer and water. So I can just put a concrete pad there and put my camper on it. And, you know, down in like Jackson County, it's beautiful down there. It's the hillies and everything.
Oh yeah, the topography.
I want to be able to find myself an acre or two somewhere. There are companies that do that they find all these spots that are not houses but not farm fields, somewhere in the middle. People apparently go out and buy themselves 30 acres of wooded land just to hunt in.
Yeah, right.
I'd like to be someplace where I can just shoot a trap. You know, I can't do that in the city. If I was 1 yard to the south of my house, I'd be able to shoot trap in my backyard because they're in the township.
RV 4 Delta Charlie final 36.
4 Delta Charlie. And then just each mag one at a time, just like, instead of turning the key, you're just pushing a switch. See, that's the only reason I would want lights, is for,
right.
for that
That's
visibility.
why I like.
Not for night, just for visibility. Let's go ahead and close this before we forget.
Okay.
I'll be out of my normal patterns because I'm not sitting in the correct seat. That's a 7. Oh no, that's an 8. Can't read the tail number because it's about this big. That's an 8A. Fuel pump, we already checked that. We checked canopy. I'm getting a little paranoid. Yeah,
Portsmouth traffic, experimental taking runway 36 for northern departure. Portsmouth.
I guess I just don't like flat land. I mean, I just like a little bit of a rolling
it's
hill.
beautiful.
Kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
That flat, where I live, it's just, I might be living on a pool table. All right, I'm going to kind of be on the rudder pedals with you, but just very gently. I don't think you're having any problems here, but, you know, it's due diligence and all that. Give it all. As soon as you feel back pressure, you'll be able to steer with the rudder. There you go. You should be able to steer with the rudder now. That's good. Nose down a little. Climb at about 65. You're good.
65? Okay.
Yeah, that'll be good. That's a nice climb. That says something. Congrats, Ryan. Oh boy, look at that. Somebody must have graduated. Somebody with a lawnmower. Alrighty, that's all there is to it. Follow the purple line. We're going to have some headwind back.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Not go? we are, what, 8 miles out? So, at
Traffic pattern.
we're only 3,000 feet. I'd call the tower at 6.
Yeah.
And you know what to do. They're gonna give us probably, he may give us a 2 mile right base for 4, he may just give us a midfield left down for 2-2.
Where's the distance to the airport? Right there.
Yeah, do not confuse it with that. I have done that before. I'm 4 miles out. No, I'm not. I'm 4 minutes out.
2,000 feet's traffic pattern out here?
Oh, it's like 1,800, but yeah. We can dial that in. Since you're not using the autopilot, what I will typically do,
I always do that.
I'll dial it in, and if you want to verify it, it's just map info, and right there. Oh, it's 1,700. Okay. It's 1,704. We can't really do the 4.
Oh, 17, yeah.
Yeah, we can't do the 4. That's kind of a joke. Kind of a running gag with me. Yeah, I really can't be quite that precise with it, but...
And I see the airport.
Yeah, I think what you're probably going to get is enter left downwind, runway 22, report midfield.
Yeah,
that's my guess, but...
Bolton Tower, this experimental 284 Delta Golf.
Number 284 Delta Golf, Bolton Tower.
284 Delta Golf, about 6 miles south, landing full stop. I have the numbers.
Number 4 Delta Golf, report left midfield downwind, runway 22, wind 300 at 11, altimeter 3004.
Report midfield left downwind, runway 22, 284 Delta Golf.
There you go. Your home field, you can almost always guess what they're going to want you to do. Sometimes I'm wrong. The last time I had to read that one back, though, it was the same thing. I was coming in Lily Chapel, and it was enter right downwind, report midfield. And I said, enter at midfield. No, that's not right. I could not get it out. I finally just gave up. I said, I'm going to do what you said. I just couldn't get it out of my... That's the video that did not make it to YouTube. It was
Right.
Far too embarrassing.
Right.
I was just tripping over my tongue. It was terrible.
So what airspeed do you like downwind base?
I was going to say, once you're on downwind, we're going to want about, you're going to have to get down to 80 for the flaps.
Okay.
You can do base at about 75, 70. You should come down final between 60 and 65. Generally, I'm 65 because you got so much runway out in front of you. There's no real reason to drag it in. It slows down well enough that, I mean,
that's why I'm getting that
you're not
feeling
going to,
for it.
yeah, you won't have any trouble slowing it down. Wheel pants, I don't have them, so they're basically big air brakes out there the whole time. They were $750, another, I don't know, 20 to 50 hours of work, and I can't see the brake pads when they're on there. I can't land on grass when they're on there. They weren't worth the hassle to me. If I was doing long trips, that changes your math because, 4 gallons per hour, 4 knots per hour makes a difference on a long trip. Fuel burn, et cetera, et cetera. So. I had them on the 6. I didn't like them on the 6 either. I took them off and left them off. I thought they were kind of expensive. $750 for wheel pants. Expensive to me anyway, for what I'd get out of.
If you do a lot of cross-country flight, that'd be good. You get that
exactly. I think for taking longer trips. The problem I had with them on the 6 was I'd go to an air show or saw a fly-in, and people would step on them to climb up and look in the window, and they are not built for that.
Bolton Tower, 284 Delta Golf, midfield left downwind, 22.
Number 4 Delta Golf, runway 22, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 22, 4 Delta.
Okay, maybe we got enough to catch. I think it might be out of memory. Might be able to catch your landing. It'll help the NTSB if nothing else.
Right.
I like to help out whenever I can.
We may not live to tell the...
Yeah, it's like a kind of a posthumous favor, So like fighter approach. Okay, now you're going to have to slow it down. There you go. That'll work. And try, it's hard to do, it took me a long time. If you can, hold the nose up a little bit after touchdown, but don't sweat it if you can.
Okay.
It's just one of the weaker parts of the airplane. We're way high
Yeah,
flare.
okay.
Oog.
Oh, we were?
Yeah, we were. It's a different sight picture than you're used to. You're used to sitting way up high in a Cessna. And he's going to give you right turn Alpha 3, taxi to ramp Alpha to Charlie, or Charlie to Alpha, and monitor ground point.
4 Delta Golf, turn right, taxiway Alpha 3, taxi to parking via taxiways Alpha and Charlie, monitor ground to park.
Go.
Alpha Charlie, Alpha 3 to park. Delta, 4 Delta Golf.
Close enough. There we go. The newly relocated Alpha 3.
Yes.
I'm gonna pop the this.
Yeah, please.
Yep, here comes that first cold drink of beer. I mean air. Oh, it's hard to do from this side. There we go. Oh, sorry, folks. I just gave you a bump on it. Ah, that feels good. All right.
Yeah, I was flaring a little early.
Well, that takes some getting used to.
Yeah.
Just because you're not used to sitting right down on the ground. All right. Well, we're gonna shut. Yes, they wanted Alpha to Charlie,
That's
and
fine.
then stay on this side of the ramp because there's a truck. They park up
Okay,
there,
sure. Yep.
and I don't like to go breezing past them, so
No.
I stay on this edge and
Yep.
just follow around to the corner.
I do the same thing when I'm here.
All right. I'm gonna shut down YouTube. Hey, we survived. How about that, huh? All right.